I can't make this video. I can't make it. So yesterday I go to the dentist. I have a routine checkup. I complained that I have a little sensitivity in my teeth. And my dentist of 20 years, Dr. Tom, had him 20 years. He takes x-rays. He says, yeah, you need a root canal. And I go, oh, well, root canal, great. And he goes, don't worry about it, dude. It won't hurt because you don't have an infection. If you have an infection, the gum area is acidic, and the acidic environment will not absorb the Novocaine. You're going to be in pain. But you're healthy. Your gum environment will be alkaline based, and you will absorb the Novocaine. You won't feel a thing. So I leave feeling pretty good. But then I did some research on root canals, and there's this thing they put in your mouth. I've had it before. You've had it before. It's a mouth dam. It's like a rubber block. So the thing is, when you put a rubber dam in my mouth, I can't breathe, I can't swallow, I freak out. I have really bad claustrophobia. I just called, and by the way, my Dr. Tom can't even do this root canal. He doesn't have the equipment for it. So I have to go to another place. It's near his office. And I called him just now. Can I do it without the dam? She goes, nope, can't do it without the dam. So wish me luck, ladies and gentlemen, because I have serious claustrophobia. I feel really constrained. So speaking of being constrained, I left my cave on Saturday. So Random Rob of the Random Rob channel, he invited me for the third year in a row to go to Mimo's watch meetup. That's what I call it. I call it Mimo's watch meetup because it's at Mimo's watch store in Long Beach, and Mimo and Rob they appear to be the curators of the event. I don't know what to call it. Should I call it Rob and Mimo's? I don't know. But so I drove 34 minutes from Torrance to Long Beach. I've done it for 3 years in a row, and I'm starting to get to know the dudes who show up. These are real watch dudes. And let's see, I think I spent about 4 hours talking. Talked a lot, and I learned some things. It's interesting, when you talk to real watch dudes, it really makes you think about what you've been doing on social media. And social media is a real disappointment compared to talking to real watch dudes. In fact, I would say social media is the Panda Express of communication. I mean, you do it in a pinch, you do it if you have no other options. But what I learned is that when you have real dudes that you're talking to, you learn so much more than online, than on a social media situation. Here's what I loved about it. Number one, you meet all these smart professionals who are not some Gollum nerd, not some watch nerd stereotype. These are people who have other interests in watches. We actually, of course, we talked about watches, but we actually talked about a lot of stuff, about life, about travel, food, the job market, retirement, entertainment, technology, cars, health, fitness. We talked about a lot of stuff. And so I enjoyed having a well-rounded discussion with them. I enjoyed seeing all these professionals who have some of the same challenges that I have in watch collecting. The other thing about going to a watch meetup and talking to real watch dudes is it's more disruptive in a good way. So for example, I'm wearing a Seiko MM300. This particular model is the SLA023. And it's on a Strapcode FKM Tropic. And I kind of, felt like it had to be on certain types of straps. But then Mark Alamaris from the Average Brothers channel shows up, and he's wearing an equally chunky watch as this, the High Beat Seiko SLA039, a real unicorn watch. Nothing like it. I've never seen anything like it. I was very envious of it. And I believe he got it for a price under $4, which is ridiculous. I don't think I've seen those used for under $45. But anyway, he had his on a black Tropic. Actually, he had a 20 squished into the 19 lugs. It looked fine. And I loved it. I wanted that watch. And I told him flat out, if I had this watch, I don't even know if I could wear anything else. In fact, I would be angry. I would be resentful if I had to wear something else. Do I like it more than this watch? I don't know. I mean, I like them both a lot. I mean, the SLA039 is just more of a unicorn. It's just more unique. You're just going to see more of these MM300s around. But I was so envious that I went home and I wanted some of that vibe, and so I put it on this Tropic. And funny enough, I really enjoy it on this Tropic, and I would not have gone down that road had Mark not had brought his SLA039. In fact, I was talking to him, he agreed with me, and I would love to get my watch rotation down. Man, 4 watches maybe. I know he has an SLA017, which is one of the most beautiful watches I've ever seen. And it kind of made me want to buy the more affordable blue version, the SLA043. So I met another dude named Todd. He works at a sports bar in Colorado. He's wearing just this ridiculously amazing watch. He's wearing a Seiko LX spring drive. These things are like 6,000 new. Somehow he got it under 4. It was in mint condition. This one's all black titanium. I think it's the SNR031. And he didn't like the original strap, so he bought an Uncle Seiko waffle. I've never seen a waffle in person, but the current iteration of the waffle from Uncle Seiko was quite good. It was soft, it was comfortable. I put on Todd's spring drive titanium diver, big watch, 45 millimeters. I didn't feel it at all. It was so comfortable. And I had the same thoughts when I wore Mark's SLA039. If I'm wearing something like that, I would be angry if I had to wear anything else. And Todd told me, yeah, I have a very small rotation, only 4 watches. So a lot of us watch enthusiasts, we can't connect with our watches unless the collection is manageable. There's some of us who, if the collection gets too big, we're just anxious. We're full of dread from seeing unworn watches in the box. It gives us a sense of dread. Some of us don't have that. I talked to a software analyst, computer software engineer, John from the Bay Area. He shows up wearing a nice clean Hamilton. I don't know the model number. And I asked him, you know, what's your rotation? He goes, dude, I got like over 20 watches. He seemed pretty fine with it. The other thing I learned being there in person is that there were a lot of beautiful watches there that I really liked. There was a Tudor Black Bay GMT that I got to try on. There was a Mimo GMT. There was a Ball GMT. There was a Glashut. There was a lot of watches. And what I learned was, as much as I like those other watches, nothing penetrated my brain like that Seiko spring drive black titanium diver that Todd had, and then Mark's high beat SLA039. Those went deeper into the endorphin portion of my amygdala than did the other watches. So I guess I'm a Seiko dude. I kind of knew that, kind of knew it, but going there confirmed it. So, you know, I went home, I enjoyed talking to the dude. I spent 4 hours talking, and it made me see the limitations of social media. You don't learn as much, you don't get the same experience. I mean, it is the Panda Express of communication. And I apologize, not that I'm not knocking Panda Express, it is what it is. But if you want the real stuff, you got to go to San Gabriel Valley or Monterey Park. That's just the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. And I got out of my cave and I went to Long Beach. So you know, I got a crisis, man. Friday, root canal, a dam in my mouth. Man, I wish I had some Xanax. I think I could use some stress alleviation, man. That's gonna freak me out, man. I wish I didn't have claustrophobia. I have no fear of the drill, of the Novocaine shot, but man, I don't like having a dam in my mouth. And if they stick a latex sheet in my mouth, I got all this stuff in my mouth, I got lights on me, I could have a nervous breakdown. This could be my last video. This might be it. I have a feeling while they're doing that to me, I have a feeling it'll be about an hour where I won't be thinking of watches. Wow. I actually would rather be thinking about watches and not be doing that, frankly. That's just me. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a great meetup. I want to thank Rob. I want to thank Mimo. Let me know what you think. Until next time, I'm out.